I would like to ask the Minister for Education, Sport and Culture what policies and procedures his department has to ensure GDPR compliance in relation to the home or privately educated register, ensuring that it is accurate, up to date and kept no longer than is necessary.
Following the Minister for Education, Sport and Culture, Mr Caine.
Thank you, Mr President. The Department does not have GDPR policies and procedures that relate specifically to home and private education registers. The Department seeks to ensure under its GDPR policies and procedures that data is only held for as long as is necessary and is used for the purpose it was collected for. The Education Act 2001 says that a parent must notify the Department in writing of the arrangements made for the child to receive education. The Department will update information as and when it is notified of any changes. Within the past month, a number of those who have chosen home educate made contact with the Department to update their information. If parents decide to move their children from being home or privately educated to being educated in a school, the Department is not made aware of this because the Department does not operate a central database and the schools are data controllers in their own right. It is only possible for the Department to update its records if parents voluntarily inform us of the change. Furthermore, the Department has cause on occasions to write to parents who home or privately educate their children, most recently regarding coins to commemorate the end of the First World War for those who home educate. A number of letters were returned to the Department as with "not at this address," and using information previously provided to the Department, we sought to contact those parents either by email or phone call. A number of those contacted updated their addresses. However, one family were no longer contactable in writing, by telephone or by email, and it has subsequently been determined that they have moved off island. Once a child is no longer compulsory school age, then the information is deleted from the spreadsheet where information is held on a secure government server.
Supplementary, Mrs Caine.
Thank you, Mr President, and thanks to the Minister for that answer. I confess I'm a little bit puzzled and I'd like to ask for clarity. Is the Minister saying that some voluntary updating of the list of home educated and privately educated children has resulted in a change to the figure he gave to my Keys question of the 29th of January this year that stated 141 children were listed as home educated? But when the Department collects that figure, does he not feel that, although not required to under the Education Act, it would be correct under GDPR for that to be updated so that it is accurate and up to date, being kept for the purpose it was kept for, and that attempts should be made to update both the registers to ensure that the accurate information is being maintained by the Department?
Minister to reply.
Thank you, Mr President. We have had cause to contact home educated parents in the past regarding issues and have come up with a not so positive response from us contacting them. We are complying with the legislation, and one of the things that we have in the new bill is to actually make sure that that's done on a timely basis.
Honourable Member Mr Moorhouse.
Thank you, Mr President. With regard to the first answer, how many students were affected by these address changes?
Minister to reply.
Thank you, Mr President. There was a small number. I haven't got the exact number.
Final supplementary, Mrs Caine.
Thank you, Mr President. The Minister has previously said there was 141 home educated children on the list. Does he want to revise that figure? Home educators I speak to estimate the number is nearer half the figure of the Department. And in the Freedom of Information response, publishing the drafting instructions for the Education Bill, the DESC stated that in 2016-17 there were 45 children being home educated. How did the figure increase so much in 3 years? Surely alarm bells would ring, and someone at the Department perhaps would feel it merited an update as required under GDPR.
Minister.
Thank you, Mr President. The requirement is that families do notify when they are going to home educate. The numbers will change because some parents will contact us on a more frequent basis. but the numbers have been, some have been, once they've registered with us, they don't update us, but what we do is we take them off the register, and as soon as they leave compulsory education. But under the new proposals, there will be a clearer definition through that.